Moving is, well, it's exciting, right? But let's be honest, it can be super stressful. Today, we're going to take one of the biggest parts of that stress and just get rid of it. We're going to turn that anxiety into pure confidence with a really simple guide to protecting your most precious stuff.
Just think about it for a second. You're surrounded by boxes, you're covered in tape. What's the one word that, when you see it, just makes your heart drop a little? It's the word that stands for family heirlooms, for memories, for things you just can't replace.
Yep, that's the one. Fragile. It's that little bit of fear you get, wondering if you're going to open a box and find your favorite vase in a million pieces. Well, today, that fear goes away. We're going to conquer it together.
Okay, let's dive right in. The secret to a successful, break-free move actually starts way before you pack a single thing. It all begins with getting the right gear, your packing arsenal all lined up and ready to go.
Think of it this way. You wouldn't go into a water balloon fight without balloons, right? Well, having the right supplies on hand is your #1 defense against breakage. It is absolutely the most essential first step.
So, let's break down this toolkit. Each one of these items has a really specific job. Your sturdy boxes, that's your fortress. Bubble wrap is basically a personal shock absorber for each item. Packing paper is great for wrapping things up, but it's also perfect for stuffing into all those little empty gaps. And of course, good packing tape holds that fortress together, while markers are how you tell your movers exactly what's what.
And here is a pro tip that you absolutely cannot skip. Always use smaller boxes for heavy stuff like your dishes or books. I know it feels like a big box would be better, but trust me, a huge box full of plates is just asking for the bottom to blow out. A small box is way stronger and easier to handle.
All right, we've got our supplies. Now it's time for the main event, the wrapping itself. And this isn't just about throwing some paper around things. There's a real art to it, a skill that's going to make sure your favorite things arrive in one perfect piece.
Let's start with something tricky, like glassware. The key here is to give each glass its own personal attention. Wrap every single one, give it a little piece of tape to keep it all snug. Then, and this part is super important, stand them up in the box, just like they would be in your cabinet. Then just stuff more paper in all the gaps so they can't shift around and bump into each other.
Okay, now for dishes. This is the one thing almost everyone gets wrong. And I love this analogy. You have to pack them like you're packing vinyl records in a crate, not flat like a stack of pancakes.
And this slide shows you exactly why that's a game changer. When you stack plates flat, every little bump in the road sends a shockwave right up the stack, putting all that pressure on the poor dish at the bottom. But when you pack them on their sides, vertically, the pressure is spread out along their strongest edges. It makes them so much less likely to crack. It's genius.
So everything is wrapped up nice and cozy. We're almost there, but the job is not done. How you actually seal the box and what you write on the outside, well, those are the final, critical steps to getting total peace of mind.
Okay, so you've taped up the box, it looks good, it feels solid, but is it really ready for the truck? How can you be 100% sure that everything inside is perfectly snug and not going to move an inch?
Well, here's how. It's called the gentle shake test. This is your final quality check. Once it's all sealed up, just give the box a little shake. If you hear or feel anything shifting around in there, any clinking, any sliding, it needs more padding. Open it back up and stuff those gaps. No movement means no breakage. Simple as that.
And finally, labeling. Don't be subtle here. Write fragile in huge, bold letters on at least 3 sides of the box. Why? Because you have no idea which way someone's going to grab it. Use a bright marker, add arrows for this side up. You're basically giving your movers clear, impossible to miss instructions.
And now we get to the payoff. All of this prep, all this careful work, it all leads to this moment, a smooth move and being able to open your boxes without that sinking feeling in your stomach.
You know, this quote just hits the nail on the head. The time you spend packing this way isn't just about protecting your stuff. It's about protecting your own sanity. It's about getting rid of that stress so you can actually be excited about your new place.
Really, think of it like this. Every single piece of bubble wrap you use, every plate you pack on its side, it's an investment in having a happy, calm first day in your new home. A day that isn't ruined by opening up a box full of broken memories.
So, with all your treasures packed like a pro and arriving safe and sound, the only question left is the fun one. What's going to be the very first thing you unpack to really make that new house feel like home?